I wonder what could happen, my friend, if zombies took over the world and you were trying to escape by any means. Our movie begins as we see America overrun by zombies who have destroyed all the places in the cities. Then, we see a married couple in a car heading to Las Vegas to reach the airport and escape with others before the zombies catch them. While driving, the wife asks her husband to stop the car because she needs to step out for 5 minutes. When she comes back, the husband tries to start the car, but it won't move, and they realize the wheel is stuck. He tries to fix it but fails, so he steps out to find someone who can help, especially those who are also escaping. Unfortunately, no one responds, and his wife sees a zombie in a suit from afar, looking like it had been at a meeting or something. The zombie starts approaching them step by step. The husband rushes to the car to grab his gun and shoots at the zombie, but misses. He keeps trying until a bullet hits the zombie in the chest, causing it to fall, but it gets back up and keeps moving toward them. At that point, he runs out of bullets. They quickly get into the car and lock it before the zombie reaches them. The zombie tries to break the glass and get inside, but it fails. The couple sits inside the car, trapped and unsure of what to do. Night falls, and the zombie is still trying to get in. They sit there, waiting for it to leave. After some time, they no longer see the zombie outside. The husband tells his wife he's an idiot for dropping his phone outside the car. He grabs a small flashlight, and they decide to go out and search for the phone. His wife finds it and celebrates, but before they can be happy, the zombie appears from behind and bites the husband in the neck, killing him. The zombie starts eating him while the wife quickly runs back to the car, grabs water, food, and anything she might need. However, when she looks back, the zombie is no longer on the ground, making her suspect it's hiding. Suddenly, the zombie appears inside the car and is about to eat her. After several attempts, she manages to escape through the other door and runs into the forest until morning. We then see her walking in the desert. The path is long, but she manages to keep going. She sits down to check her belongings. There's little water, a chocolate bar, and not much else. Still, she pushes on. As night falls, she lights a fire and sits to rest, but suddenly, the same zombie in the suit appears again, trying to bite her. After a tough struggle, she manages to escape once more and runs until she collapses from exhaustion. She wakes up on a rock, and the zombie is still trying to reach her but can't. She realizes the zombie follows her because of her scent, so she takes a tissue from her bag, throws it far away, and the zombie runs toward it. She seizes the chance to escape but falls while descending. The zombie hears the noise and moves toward her slowly. She grabs her bag and runs quickly. We then see her walking in the desert again, but the zombie continues to follow her. Eventually, she reaches an abandoned house. She enters, but there's no food, clean water, or anything useful. She finds a mattress and decides to rest for a while. Suddenly, she hears a strange noise outside. She looks out and sees the zombie entering the house, looking for her. Panicking, she hides in the bathroom, but the zombie finds her due to her scent. She tries to stay silent, even as a scorpion crawls across her face, until the zombie finally decides to leave. She removes the scorpion and quickly leaves the house, walking through the desert for hours. She drinks the last of her water, and her food is nearly gone. She tries using her phone, but there's no signal. Suddenly, the same zombie in the suit appears again. She tries throwing things at it, but nothing works. Realizing that bullets didn't affect it before, she runs again while mocking how slow it is. She climbs a high rock and watches the zombie fail to follow her, laughing at its stupidity. However, the desert is vast, and there's no sign of the city nearby, making her feel like she's going to die there. Still, she pushes on until she sees the city from a hill. Her joy is short-lived when a massive sandstorm approaches. She tries to run from it, but the storm knocks her down. Before fainting, she sees the zombie approaching her. Later, she wakes up in the desert, lucky to have survived. She sees a passing car and shouts until two young men stop and give her water. She explains her story, but as she rests in the car, she notices prison clothes in the back and realizes they are escaped convicts. Afraid, she pretends not to know anything. They return her bag, but as they try to figure out where she's going, they hit her and threaten her with a knife to reveal her destination. At this point, we see the zombie from the storm rise again and move toward the car. It attacks one of the men, biting him in the neck. The other man panics, shoots the zombie, and escapes in the car, leaving her behind. She finds a small boat and supplies left in the trunk, grabs everything, and continues her journey. Along the way, she ties a tire to the zombie to slow it down, talking to it as if it's a companion. She shares her regrets about abandoning her son and starts crying. Eventually, she ties the zombie to a rock and leaves, but she returns, unable to abandon it. Surprisingly, the zombie listens to her instructions. At night, they hide from passing military vehicles, fearing the zombie will be shot. The next morning, soldiers discover them. She pleads with the soldiers, claiming the zombie is her husband. However, one soldier shoots the zombie in the leg, and it screams in pain. In anger, the zombie scratches her finger. Realizing the infection is spreading, she amputates her hand with a rock. Despite her pain, she continues with the zombie until they see the airport. The zombie signals to his pocket, revealing a photo of him and his loved one. Understanding his desire to end his suffering, she puts him out of his misery with a large rock. She finally reaches the airport but finds no one there. As she hides, she hears gunfire and meets survivors who help her escape. The movie ends with her heading back to save her son, determined to keep living. Would you make friends with a zombie at the end of the world, trusting it to help you? What do you think would happen? This is where our story ends for today, my friend. See you in a new movie with a new story. Goodbye.